Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Baylor Worldwide Television. We have breaking news coming out of the sports world. Boxer Scott Quigg is now training with Freddie Roach at the world famous Wildcard Gym over in California. My initial reaction, good. It's good to see that Scott Quigg is no longer with Joe Gallagher. Tuck up tight, get you to the ropes, left hook to the body. I'm kind of glad that Scott Quigg, I've always liked Scott Quigg to be fair as a fighter, regardless of what happened in the Frampton fight. I've always liked Scott Quigg. I think he's had decent hand speed, good chin, pretty solid guy, punches with fairly good power. I like Scott Quigg. Workmanlike, I like him. In fact, as I said, I've always liked Scott Quigg, and I liked him going into the Frampton fight. Yeah, there were jokes about the whole crayon jokes and that terrible entrance he had. It's shown on YouTube. Ring walk. It was terrible ring walk. But as a fighter, you can't knock Scott Quigg. But I always ask myself this question when people go to Freddie Roach, and it scratches my head. Freddie Roach has got one of those names that when you take Freddie Roach and you're training with him, initially like, wow, great decision. But then when you do your actual research and you think about this, for Scott Quigg, as with Amir Khan and a host of other fighters, why are you going to Freddie Roach? Oh, he did great with Manny Pacquiao. Okay, you also got Manny Pacquiao knocked out. And you had a whole host of fighters getting themselves knocked out under his tutelage. Now, I'm not saying Freddie Roach is a good trainer, but he's a limited trainer. Freddie Roach won't teach you defense. Freddie Roach won't teach you slip a punch and come back for a shot. Freddie Roach won't teach you that. Freddie Roach will teach you how to attack. And if you lack attacking, how to put your shots together, Freddie Roach will teach you that. So why Scott Quigg is going to Freddie Roach when attack isn't his problem, it's defense and a lack of head movement? Why is he going to Freddie Roach? Freddie Roach is not noted for teaching defense. Freddie Roach is not for teaching head movement, right? Freddie Roach is not I don't think he's a tactical coach. If you want to improve your attack, great. Take Amir Khan as a perfect example. Went to Freddie Roach's gym when he had Manny Pacquiao, went to the gym, got involved in a lot of wars, never ever worked on his defense, was a high output puncher anyway. So all Freddie did was open more opportunities for fighters to knock him out. If boxing is about percentages, and if you've got a weak chin as it is, and you go to Freddie Roach, and you went as Freddie, when Khan went to Freddie Roach, I would have said his chances as an offensive fighter under Freddie Roach would have gone up by maybe 40%. But as a defensive fighter, in terms of percentage of being able to hit him, he was more there to be hit because he was throwing more punches. And so therefore he was there to be hit. And so you look at the Manny Pacquiao fight with Marquez, they made the mistakes over and over and over again. And again, Marquez was able to time the shot and knock Pacquiao out. People say it's a fluke punch. Wasn't a fluke punch. Go look in sparring before the fight. You knocked a guy down with the same straight right hand. Manny Pacquiao does the same thing before all of his fights, or when he's fighting. He takes 2 steps in before he launches. He does a little thing, shimmy, and then throws his shot. And if you time him right, you can nail him, which is what Marquez did. So then I go back to Quigg again, and I think, well, not such a smart move. Defensively, not a smart move. Attackingly or offensively, great. Again, it's a lot better than trainer of the year Joe Gallagher, but I'm quite puzzled as to how this is beneficial to Scott Quigg, because punching and putting punches together hasn't been Quigg's problem. Maybe an experienced trainer, yes. Freddie Roach has been there, done it, and he's got probably better eyes. Oh no, not better. He has got better eyes than Joe Gallagher. So yeah, that's great. Him being out in America, if he's going to be, his camps are going to be in America, then that's good for his development. I think it's a good time for Scott Quigg to go to America, and I do think that Freddie Roach will definitely add finer touches to Quigg in how he goes about his attack. But again, I repeat, Quigg's weaknesses isn't his attack, it's his defense. It's his keeping his head in the same position all the time and throwing punches. So that's my concern for Scott Quigg. Congratulations. Glad you saw the light, son. But yeah, so good. I'm glad to hear it. Good to hear. I'll be interested to see what exactly Freddie Roach is going to do with Scott Quigg. So, but in terms of defensively, you know, Scott Quigg has now double the chances of him being knocked out now in a fight, because while you become more of an offensive fighter, Freddie Roach fighters are not offensively responsible or defensively responsible. In other words, they'll throw punches and they don't mind not getting the knockouts. And Freddie Roach has no problems going and saying what his fight is going to do. And he doesn't seem to learn his lesson. We're going to knock him out in 3. We're going to knock him in 4 at 5. We're going to force a knockout. You think to yourself, Manny Pacquiao would never have got knocked out by Marquez if he wasn't insistent, we're going to knock Marquez out in this fight. He was doing well until he ran into that shot, which was part of the Freddie Roach game plan. So if Scott Quigg wants to learn anything and learn something real quick, is not to fall into the Freddie Roach hype train of we're going to knock him out. Because Freddie Roach says it, you've got to go out there and try and get knocked out. Remember, Freddie Roach ain't fighting. It's you who's going to get caught and knocked out. Again, Scott Quigg's got a good chin, and he's moved up to featherweight now. So his punch power seems decent at featherweight. We're going to see what he does against elite fighters. Again, I repeat, really happy that Scott Quigg has moved from Joe Gallagher's gym, you know, the gym reminiscent to the Kronk gym, according to Joe Gallagher, nobody else. Sorry. Going to Freddie Roach doesn't solve your problems. Get the foot. I will do that later. Do you think Quigg will go after the Mares fight now? Actually, the fight I'd like to see Quigg take is against Lee Selby. I think Lee Selby is a good fight for Scott Quigg to take. I think Lee Selby is a vulnerable champion. I'm not sure if Lee Selby's got the power to knock out someone like Scott Quigg. Quigg carries good enough power, digs good to the body. I think it'd be a good fight. I would rather see Quigg versus Selby than Selby fight Mares. In a fight I think Mares can win. But that's my personal thoughts on it, you know. Yeah, so I'm not going to go any more about it. Congratulations again, Scott Quigg. Going to America will be good for you. Don't get involved in too many gym wars. Don't go out there trying to prove a point. Just learn your craft, and you'll get lots of quality sparring out there, that's for sure. And yeah, learn from other fighters. Don't get caught up in the Freddie Roach hype. Those are my pieces of advice to Scott Quigg. Does anyone beat Gary Russell? Good question. I love Gary Russell. I'd love to see either Scott Quigg or Carl Frampton fight Gary Russell Jr. But ultimately, the man they need to be facing was Rigondeaux, and that's it. Frampton needs to fight Rigondeaux. Quigg needs to fight Rigondeaux. Frampton more so, because Frampton said when he vacated, he'd fight Rigondeaux. Never happened. So what can I say? Yeah, that's about it. Don't forget this weekend, big weekend of boxing, Wilder versus Washington. And also don't forget our man, Tony Harrison, is going to be fighting for the IBF light middleweight championship world against Jarrett Hurd. Check out the interview I did with I Am Boxing, Tony Harrison. It's on this channel. And also check out an interview I did with a boxing fan from Ukraine called Eugene. Gives us a great insight into Ukrainian boxing. Insight into the fallout between Bashir and Usyk, and the thoughts of a bit more of the mindset of Vladimir Klitschko. All on this channel. Check it out. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments, and once you subscribe, you'll know when we're live again. Thanks for watching Bayloric Hawaii Television. Again, Scott Quigg has joined Freddie Roach. Oh, at the wildcard gym. Good luck, squad. Scott Quigg.